Hello everybody, Nostalgic here, and welcome to the UK Haul of 2025. So, last year's UK Haul was a bit more extreme, as I tried to go with a very much overrated editing style. I don't know what I was trying to do. I was probably trying to grandstand with some other YouTubers, I think. But hey, what am I supposed to do? Anyway, let's get things started with the first items to show, those being DVDs and books. So, starting things off, we have some books and DVDs. For the books, we've got the Railway series Toby the Tram Engine story. We've also got Gallant Old Engine and Home at Last. Now, these Thomas books, I actually got them from a charity shop where they sell only books and DVDs. And you'll see soon that I actually got a few DVDs with these. Now, here is something that I actually bought while at the Audrey Extravaganza, and yes, I have gone to the Audrey Extravaganza, but I will be talking about that way later into the channel's life cycle. This is a book which details how Wilbert Audrey made his Farquhar branch line layout. And it's pretty nice. First you get to see a message from the Farquhar branch line, which details everything that Wilbert Audrey had in order to make his Farquhar layout. And I quite enjoy this because it shows you that he really had it planned out. He had it all planned out through notes and anything within the history of it. If anyone wants me to send like photos of the pages onto like Twitter or something, go ahead, ask me. I will not be bothered if you do. Just don't bother me too much. As you can see, there's a lot of notes, pages, drawings, everything detailing all of the details needed in order to make the Farquhar branch line, Thomas's branch line. It's all amazing. Holy shit. I could actually go further and further if I wanted to. Yeah, as you can see, I'm very much a guy who really likes flipping through the pages to see what's going on. There's even a letter addressed to Wilbert from Eddie Castellan, I think, and even Wilbert wrote back to Eddie. Here you just have a promotion to become a volunteer at the Tallyclin Railway. Speaking of which, some people from Malta have actually gone to volunteer at the Tallyclin Railway. Interesting stuff there. You might be thinking, why wouldn't I volunteer? Simple answer. I'm more used to my environment here in Malta, so yeah, as much as I would love to work for a railway, I wouldn't really feel at home if I did. Because home is where the heart is, and I wouldn't want to stay in England longer than about a week or 2 weeks. Now, as for the final book in this lineup, it is the updated Secret World of the Ninja book, which comes with the Kimono Lloyd minifigure. And wouldn't you believe it, I only got this thing for £7. That's incredible. So, opening up the book, here you have a tab in which you open it and the Lloyd minifigure would be inside. As you can tell, I took it out because I love that minifigure. Over here you get the contents of what's in on this. You have the contents of what you get in this book. That's obvious. And in here is just everything. You get an introduction to the world of Ninjago, a place of wonder. Yeah, a place of wonder, and then skeletons and snakes attacking you almost every week. I'm only joking on that front. Ninjago writers, please don't think I am trying to harp on you here. We also, here is an introduction to Sensei Wu, then some of the characters in Ninjago. Basically, you get to see the characters, you get to see what they're all about. I mean, yeah, there's a lot to cover in this book, I must say. And you even get some stuff here. Believe it or not, this was actually the first appearance of the Destiny's Bounty for 2023, I think. You've also got the Monastery of Spinjitzu, Dojo Temple. I'm surprised the Temple of Air Jitsu isn't here. Like, come on. I have the Temple of Air Jitsu. And technically, the ninja have lived there. There we are. Yup, it was all the way up until crystallized that this book has information. And yet they showed off the Destiny's Bounty from Dragon's Rising. I can't really go over everything, so yeah. There's just a lot to go through. At least I've got some reading material if I wanted to. It almost has as much as the Farquhar Branchline book, but I'm not too bothered by it. Alright, this is just... It's nice to have some more reading material, you know? Even though I don't really read that much. But hey, what are you gonna do? Moving on to the DVDs. Oh, and I kind of forgot this. Here's the Lloyd minifigure. So, I tell you this, I did get this minifigure years ago, back in 2016, because I do actually have the first edition of The Secret World of the Ninja, but I also have the first edition of the Character Encyclopedia, which did actually come with this minifigure. Here's the problem though. I remember I took apart this minifigure and using the legs for my original OC. And eventually I lost them at a Christmas party because of some bullies. Yes. And this was back in 2016, folks. So yeah, Nostalgic was an absolute dumbass back then and probably still is an absolute dumbass now. Anyway, moving on from that. Here we have the complete first and second seasons of Bob the Builder. And here's the rundown that they give you at the back. For the first time ever, on DVD, all 13 episodes from the very first season of Bob the Builder join Bob, Wendy, and their team of machines in these classic adventures which made Bob the Builder an international superstar. This fantastic collection finds the team repairing barns, taking part in races through Bobsville, line dancing, and even going on a hunt for a missing nose. Proof that hard work and good fun go hand in hand, and all that needs to be asked is, can they fix it? So, as for the episodes in question that you get in this season, Pilchard in a Pickle, Mug Gets Stuck, Scoop Saves the Day, Buffalo Bob, Wendy's Busy Day, Bob Saves the Hedgehogs, Bob's Bugle, Bob's Birthday, Travis Paints the Town, Travis and Scoop's Race Day, Naughty Spud, Scary Spud, and Bob's Barn Raising. Okay, you've got a good selection of episodes here. And what I do like is that it still features the original voice of Neil Morrissey for Bob. And trust me, my dad is all too familiar with Neil Morrissey and loves his work. So, yeah. As for the second season, it still says featuring the voice of Neil Morrissey. And back here,
Let's see if it's a different description. Now there's even more Bob for you to enjoy with the complete second season of Bob the Builder, on DVD for the first time. Join Bob as he helps out the residents of Bobsville with building tasks large and small. Whilst repairing the clock tower, Bob gets stranded on the scaffolding without a way to get back down. Meanwhile, a sleep-rolling machine causes havoc throughout the town, and the team have success in the Brightest Builders competition. Now, to be fair, I loved the sleep-rolling episode, to be fair. Runaway Rolly is the episode, and I absolutely love it. We also have Bob's Big Surprise, Spud the Spanner, Bob's White Christmas, Lofty to the Rescue, Dizzy's Birdwatch, Wallpaper Wendy, Dizzy's Statues, T-Set Travis, Wendy's Big Match, Clock Tower Bob, Wendy's Tennis Court, and Pilchard Goes Fishing. Okay, you've got a good selection of episodes because of the fact that these are the first 2 seasons of Bob the Builder. I'm not saying that the rest of the seasons are bad at all, but I personally prefer the first season. Alright, it's how I started back on Bob the Builder as an adult. Actually, as a teen, to be fair. As for Thomas, I have gotten the complete 12th series, which states as follows. See Thomas and Friends return in Season 12 with all new animated effects. Now for the first time ever, all 20 episodes of these thrilling railway adventures are available on one DVD. Join Thomas and Friends for carnival surprise parties, heroes, and hot air balloons. Thomas learns that no special job is more important than friendship, and there are peeps and whistles aplenty. It doesn't even tell you what the episodes are. This is very disappointing. And I mean that in the best possible way. When I first got some of these complete series DVDs back in 2022, when I first started this channel, I was very disappointed to find that the episodes, you didn't get to see what the episodes were at the back. And that's so disappointing because you don't know what you're getting yourself into. The one episode I do remember fondly is James Helps Out, but I also do kind of like Keith Ho Thomas. Yeah. Can't wait to see some of the blended model and CGI madness. Season 14, another one of the well-known seasons, because nobody really likes these seasons. Come on, let's be honest. Anyway, at the back it says, Thomas and Friends return with all 20 episodes for Series 14. Right, this is just the same as the previous one. As well as adventures on Sodor, Thomas and his friends travel to Misty Island, a wild, wonderful place with secret hideouts, rickety tracks, and the Shake Shake Bridge. Yeah, we all remember the Shake Shake Bridge because the Trackmaster toy was awesome. On his mission to be really useful, Thomas delivers a giraffe to the animal park, helps the children find a hat for their snowman, and helps Victor cope with his busy schedule at the Sodor Steamworks. Now, I like that the back of this DVD tells you it has new friends such as Bash, Dash, Ferdinand, and Scruff. That's pretty good, but where the hell is the episode list? Like, come on. Whoever's distributing these DVDs, please, for the love of God, put a frickin' episode count. No, not an episode count. Put a fucking episode list at the back of the DVD. Like Bob the Builder did. Seriously. How did Bob the Builder do this better than Thomas? Jesus Christ. Next, The Simpsons. I got season 1 at long last. This was £4 and I'm glad I bought it because, well, as you can see, first you have the family in hysterics, you have the family as normal. So when you put it in here, you can either have the family as normal or you can have the family looking like this. It's pretty good. Okay, so in here you also get the family being tossed around like a salad. And in here, oh man, this is... Okay, you get a TV guide like the previous ones that I had gotten in the previous years. There's Homer, Marge being thrown around with Maggie, and Bart being thrown around with Lisa. 3 discs for forgot how many episodes were in season 1, to be honest. Hold on. Because to my knowledge, it was about 23 episodes, right? Hold on. Gotta check that TV guide again. Gotta check the TV guide to make sure of that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Alright. And by the way, Krusty Gets Busted is my favorite season 1 episode of The Simpsons, as we get the introduction of Bart's arch nemesis, Sideshow Bob, who has been around in the series since the very beginning. I love that some of the most iconic villains are the ones that stick around for the series the longest. Okay, other than that, I also got the second season. Tried to get more seasons of The Simpsons, but unfortunately they did not have season 5, so I couldn't really continue getting the seasons all that much. Anyway, here we have the family with their heads swapped around, and here's the family as normal, excellent. And here they are, swapping heads. It's fucking ridiculous. Anyway, here is a letter from Matt Groening. Welcome to Season 2 of The Simpsons DVD. 22 jam-packed episodes of malicious cartoon frivolity. That helps me. 1990 and 1991. Such entertaining and 9 years. This is when full-blown Simpsons media hit America, and millions of thoughtful young people across the land were wearing or selling bootleg Bart Simpson t-shirts. That's really cool. The wild success of the TV show, along with every product that had Bart's leering face slapped on it, would you believe it would have been daunting had we been able to look up from our drawing tables. But everyone who worked on The Simpsons was so consumed with the making of the weekly cartoon that we were able to maintain the exhaustion and worry and carefully nursed bitterness that lies behind all successful Hollywood extravaganzas. If the first season was a series of wild experiments that succeeded beyond our dreams, the second season was a non-stop workathon that was redeemed by the knowledge we were amusing and irritating so many people. Many of the shows from this season remain among my all-time favorites. I'm particularly fond of Bart's Cry in getting a grade of a D- at the end of Bart Gets Nerfed. I'm actually fond of that too. The debut of the ever-slobbering Canyon Kodos. Oh yeah, from the first annual Treehouse of Horror episode. Homer almost making it across Springfield Road on Bart's skateboard. Yeah, that's another iconic Simpsons thing. Mr. Burns taking a reluctant bite of Blinky, the three-eyed fish. Maggie bonking Homer on the head with a mallet. Everybody remembers this. Jeez. And Bart going to hell in Bart Gets Hit by a Car. And the flashback scene in The Way We Was, when Homer catches his first glimpse at Marge in high school. She was hot. No shit. And she remains hot for some reason. So put on a ratty old Simpsons t-shirt, grab a bowl full of heavily salted snack treats, and sink into the couch for a marathon of Simpsons classics. If you look carefully, you can see actual drops of blood, sweat, and tears on many of the animation cells. Enjoy. Your chomp, Matt Groening. Well, thanks a lot for that, Matt. We got 4 CDs total. And I love the gimmick of some of these CDs now, because look at this. You can change Homer's body. You can change Homer's head to be of Homer, Mr. Burns, Apu, which doesn't make any sense, or Selma. Then here you have Lisa, of which you can change it between Lisa, Moe, Smithers, and Snowball. You also get Marge's body, of which, again, you can switch it between Marge, Clancy Wiggum, Barney Gumble, and Krusty the Clown. And as for Bart, you can change it between Bart, Otto, Groundskeeper Willie, and Dr. Hibbert. Amazing what you can do with some of these DVDs. I absolutely love it. Now, for the TV guide. Oh, and apparently I also got some kind of receipt in here. So this is a complete second season, and
yeah, again, you get a TV guide explaining what happens in these episodes. Although poor Maggie, she didn't get one where she would swap bodies with people. That's a shame. But still, all around, pretty good. But that letter was extensively long, I must say. Now, here are the 2 most iconic movies of 2024. First, let's start off with Deadpool and Wolverine. So, back here, we have a review saying 1 viewing is way not enough. I completely agree. I saw it twice and I want to see this again. Marvel Studios presents their most significant mistake yet. His face is Deadpool behind him. A listless Wade Wilson toils away in civilian life, but when his homeworld is threatened, he reluctantly suits up as he tries to convince Wolverine. Oh hell, just watch. I love that. Alright, perfect. Excellent. A description that is needed. A very small description that goes a long way in the long run with this sort of DVD. But in that case, let's get it opened up from the plastic, because I've had enough of this stupid plastic. And I kind of did forget to show off the CDs for Bob the Builder and Thomas, but then again, probably some people have already seen like reviews of these and have seen the CDs already, or they have them at home and already know what they look like. As for Deadpool and Wolverine,
just plain fucking hell. But at least the cover art's nice. It's got Wolverine over there, played by Hugh Jackman. It's got Deadpool, played by Ryan Reynolds. And it's even got Dogpool. Nice. Yeah, that's it. Now, we have this. One of the best movies of all time. Like seriously, I cannot even tell a lie. This movie is the best thing that's ever happened to the world. Almost a perfect retelling of Sonic Adventure 2, aside from the fact that they didn't have
anything to do with the games, it's actually still pretty good. Now, back in.
Bigger, bolder, and better than ever. Okay, so let's take a look at the description. Sonic, Knuckles, Tails are back for their most epic adventure yet. The team reunites to face a new formidable foe. Shadow, a mysterious hedgehog with powers unlike anything they've ever seen. Team Sonic must secure an unexpected alliance. If they hope to stop Shadow and save the planet, Keanu Reeves joins the all-star cast as Shadow the Hedgehog. No shit. Keanu Reeves as Shadow is the best thing that ever happened to this world. Anyway, as for special features, you get Sonic's Family Fun, Enter Shadow, Robotnik Family Reunion, Ivo and Gerald, and you even get the Fox, the Echidna, and the Hedgehog. That's nice. So, overall, I've got a good selection of DVDs. I got 2 of the best movies of 2024. I've gotten 2 DVDs from one of the most iconic sitcoms of all time. 2 of one of the most iconic series of all time, and 2 of a series that needs more attention and more content. But now that we're done with DVDs and books, let's move on to toys.
Last up are magazines and toys. So let's start off with this Lego set that I had gotten. It is known as Lloyd's Race Car. It is from Season 3 of Dragons Rising, and it looks very much like a Formula 1 car. I don't think this car was ever in Season 3. At least, not from what I remember. It also comes with a Dragonian, nothing special there. Let's take a look at Lloyd. So Lloyd here has got a new mask piece, a new suit piece. It's alright, although I don't know what's up with the lime green hands. Not really a fan of that. His head's not really anything special, it's just the same head we've been getting since 2023. So yeah, nothing too special there. As well as that, for the magazines and the minifigures that came with them. So here is the magazine that came with a Lloyd, and yeah, I've already talked about Lloyd. Here's the Kai minifigure. Really love that suit. Love the mixture of orange and red. But this is just the same Kai that you would get in the Spinner set, and he has the same head print from 2023 onward. We've also got Drix, who is the Bug Boy. He came in a collectible tin with Cole, who just has his suit from the Tournament of Sources. It's like my 3rd Tournament of Sources Cole. Ah well. As for the magazines, nothing too special. You get posters, you get stories. It's all you ever get out of these magazines. So, yeah. Next, here we have 2 Dreams minifigures, and a bunch of knockoff minifigures. Yes. Yes, you would think that if I went to England, I would be buying everything official. But no, I decided to get some more knockoffs. How stupid am I? Hardly stupid, and I'll explain why in a moment. So, here are the two Dreams minifigures that I had gotten. Mateo is nothing special, we've reviewed him before, so yeah, gonna be scrounging this guy for parts, especially the head for my mascot. And as for good old Cooper here, yes, Cooper, he looks awesome. Now, this is the minifigure that was in the Dreams Season 2 sets from the Summer Wave, and I honestly wish to get more like him. Hell, I get more like him for the puffy jacket alone. I still need to get more Dream sets, especially for Mateo and Magteo, because of their puffy jackets. Okay, we are officially done with official stuff. Let's get into the knockoffs already. So, let's start with some Ninjago knockoffs. We've got Princess Harumi, who is sleeveless. We've also got Nia, who has white arms for some reason. Jay as well. There's Cole with no gloves whatsoever. And the Ice Emperor with General Vex's head. So, nothing much to say about these three, but I'll review them anyway. So, printing is a bit on par with how they do it at Lego, but unfortunately it does not save the heads. But they are double-sided heads, thank God for that, and they even retain this armor piece, which will be useful, and so will these Forbidden Spinjitzu mask pieces. Even though these are knockoffs, I do appreciate some of these being used for something at least. So yeah, there's Jay. I never liked Jay's Forbidden Spinjitzu legs, to be honest, because they're just dark for some reason, when they're supposed to be the same shade of blue as his top. And here's Nia. I like how her suit kind of is a throwback to the original suits from like 2011. If you can't see it, then I don't know what's wrong with you guys. As for Princess Harumi, well, I do have the official torso of Princess Harumi, but not the official legs, unfortunately. I do not have her head print, so it's nice to get that. See that? That's a good face print right there, since she uses kabuki makeup. And it's also nice to get the Lady Iron Dragon headpiece in gold and white for once. Might use that for something. Wink, wink. And here is the Ice Emperor, or should I say Vex the Ice Emperor? Like, for God's sake, why didn't the knockoff guys give the Ice Emperor his proper head? This is dumb. I'm sorry. But as for the minifigure itself, again, on par with the printing from Lego and such. The armor piece is genuinely stuck onto the fucking Ice Emperor torso for some goddamn reason. But it's okay. It's okay. Probably going to be scrounging these guys for parts anyway. As for some of the others, I do not know who this is. This is kind of reminiscent of Nami from One Piece, but I don't think this is Nami. I still like it though, especially this intricate arm, this intricate arm piece. It's pretty weird. Same with the fact that you can feel like the clothing dragging down like a skirt, you know? And I love the use of the Coco hairpiece as well. It's nice. It's very nice. Okay, now into the knockoff minifigures that are from different franchises. we have Waluigi. Yes, we have Waluigi. Now, I love Waluigi, and here's something I'm actually going to do. I'm going to take the head and try and make his final form from the Waluigi art from SMG4. Because, I mean, don't get me wrong, I love Waluigi, but I wish he had an alternate form like his brother, who does have an alternate suit, which is more akin to him being sort of a pilot, motorbike rider, and treasure hunter. But as for Waluigi, why doesn't he have an alternate outfit? I think SMG4 kind of made the right call by making a buff Waluigi. As for this hair-hat combo, might use it for something else, might use it for SMG3, same with the torso and possibly the legs. Although I'll probably use another piece of the legs for SMG3. And I'll try and get the long legs from another knockoff Waluigi, which has a proper head mold and such. And I will be making a custom hair piece for this buff Waluigi custom. And now we get into cartoons, okay? Because that one was just a video game. So, here is Shaggy, and his hairpiece is abysmal. I do not like this hairpiece whatsoever. Thank God I have a mold of his hairpiece to use on him. And as for Scooby, this is frippin' awesome. I finally have a Lego Scooby-Doo. But I'll say this, the Playmobil and character builder versions are better because they can actually move his legs. Meanwhile, Scooby in Lego, his legs do not move whatsoever. Like seriously, Lego, come on. What the fuck? Could have used the monkey piece or something. Speaking of classics which are from Hanna-Barbera or Warner Brothers, here are Tom and Jerry, and Jerry's missing his tail. Shit. I'll find his tail later, but for now, these minifigures look absolutely incredible. One thing I don't like, however, is the tails being separate pieces. This is why Jerry's tail went missing. Yeah. But they look pretty good, don't they? I finally have Tom and Jerry in Lego minifigure form. And trust me, there were other knockoff Lego minifigures, like from Has-Been Hotel and other franchises as well. There were even more of the Tom and Jerry ones. Now, for my favorite knockoff minifigures, because Jesus Christ, I remember making cringy customs of these four. Here we have Stan, Kyle, Cartman, and last but certainly not least, Kenny from the one, the only South Park. Like, come on! You cannot tell me that this isn't a dream come true. Look at these guys. They look so cool. Like, look at Stan. Look at him. He looks on par with how he does in the show. Let's see about the other ones. You have Kyle. This is brilliant. He has a small, cute little smile. Oh my God! Look at Cartman. Look at this fat ass.
Hey, don't call me fat.
Shut the fuck up.
Ah.
And here's Kenny, and I'm kind of not too keen on Kenny. From a front-facing perspective, he looks fine, but when you turn him around... Okay, I kind of see the joke here, though, because in the 2D cutout style, Kenny would look like this, and when he's facing to the side, he does actually look like this. So, I'll give them points for accuracy. But still, I've wanted to have these assholes in Lego for a while, and I finally got them. I finally got my wish to have official Lego South Park minifigures. But now that we're finished with Lego, it is time for vehicles! Here we have Race and Rescue Lightning McQueen. And I got this pretty much at the end of the holiday because I got it at the airport last minute. So with all that out of the way, let's get him out of his packaging, shall we? I'm gonna be honest, I don't know why, but this McQueen just, it speaks to me for some reason. I mean, the emergency lights on him make so much of a difference, and color coordinated rims. I've just noticed this. Look at the color coordinated rims. You've got red rims where the paint is red, and you've got yellow rims where the paint is yellow. That's so incredible. He's still got his number 95 to show you that he is the iconic car that we all know and love. Hold on. Yeah, as you can see, this Lightning McQueen is an absolute pleasure to have in my collection. Because I never thought I'd be getting the Race and Rescue variants of a character from Cars. Okay, so we've gotten one vehicle from one vehicle franchise out of the way. Let's move on to the one we all know and love. Now, here we have some Thomas and Friends items. And I do have more, but I'm saving those for section number 2 of Thomas. Right now, we're looking at 3 All Engines Go items and 1 item from the original series, which I bet you will all be surprised was even here. So, let's make a start with Diesel, the color changer. So here's Diesel, and you're probably wondering, why did you buy Diesel? Simple. I have a color changer of Percy, Thomas, Bruno, and Sandy, so why not get a color changer of Diesel? Honestly, wish I could get a color changer of Kana, but they didn't have Kana as a fucking color changer. Yeah. I'll check the packaging once again. I'll just get back here. So if you put him in color changer, he can turn his face red, and he can go from blue to black. Alright, that's the only thing you're getting out of this Diesel toy, I guess. Right, as well as that, not only did I get Diesel, but I decided to get this guy as well. Yeah, you wouldn't really expect this of me because I don't really collect the motorized stuff, but here goes. Yes, your eyes do not deceive you. I have bought the All Engines Go Donald toy. I was not expecting to get this anytime soon, but here we are. And I'm gonna be completely honest, I like it. It's a good, accurate representation of Donald. Although the face and such wouldn't really, because Donald isn't in All Engines Go. But it's a decent toy. I love the tender. Just take a look at this thing. I wish Mattel had made a push along of this guy and even released his twin, an Oliver. To be honest, the series was shit. I'll admit that now. So, yeah. It's no wonder Donald was released and not his twin or Oliver. But now we get to the final All Engines Go item that I bought from UK, being Bruno. More specifically, the My First Bruno. Let's begin. So here is the My First Bruno, and Comes with a truck that carries a piece of metal and cheese. Okay, so one other thing I should mention is the fact that I saw in some other videos on YouTube that he fits on Trackmaster Track. Wonder if he fits on... Well, blow me down. He fits on Take and Play Track. That's an absolute laugh. Look at this. I never thought I'd see the day. Look at this. Oh, that is so cool. Oh man, this is... I love this interpretation of Bruno because he just looks so fucking cute. Look at him. Look at the guy. There is no way I would think that I'd be owning this version of Bruno. I'm trying to collect other pieces of Bruno merchandise, and this Bruno just it makes me all tingly inside. But moving that truck aside and moving Bruno gently to the side, of course, because, well, I love him. Okay, enough of that. Let's get into this. It's not the reason why we're all here, but hey, what are you gonna do? This is my first ever piece of Bachman merchandise. A Bachman Bertie. Let's open him up and take a look. First of all, this thing was the worst thing I've ever unboxed because, well, let me be honest here. The packaging is a fucking pain, okay? I'm sorry to say it, but that packaging is a fucking pain. 1, 2. I have to be very, very delicate with this model because it's made of plastic. And 3. This guy will be remaining on display as the only Bachman thing I've ever bought from Thomas & Friends. But all in all, Bertie looks amazing. Actually, let me compare him to Thomas. Well, okay. I guess. I mean, maybe. Maybe I'll keep this guy on display, maybe I won't. Maybe I'll use him as a prop, who knows? I don't think I'll use him as a prop, though. Nah, this guy will remain on display as the only Bachman model I've ever bought. But now it's time to get to the good stuff. I will be completely honest here. I was not going to buy these 3 in particular whatsoever. I was going to save Thomas and Percy for the multi-packs, like Thomas and the Trucks, Percy and the Mail Truck. I didn't want the normal releases. And as for James just looks off, to be honest. But I've got them now, so no point in arguing. So let's first unbox the worst of the bunch and move up to the best ones. Okay, so his coal load fell out. God damn it. Alright. Already finding a negative with the tender engines. So let's start with this. So, James! Here's James! I have to admit, lengthwise, he looks good, and even more so, the trailing wheel in front makes it a bit better, I'll say that. It's just, I wish his cap was a little taller, and yeah, that's my only complaint with this guy. He looks fat, to be honest, but who am I to judge? But he's still pretty cool. He is still pretty cool from what I can tell, especially with the extended running plates out here. You see that? That's good. And my God, the new side rods. Oh man, I am dying. I am dying. Just these new side rods look so good. But let's look at the tender, and I have an issue with the tender. Why do I have an issue with it? Well, I do like these wheel holders. I think that's what they are. And we also have a coal load, so it's pretty neat. I don't like the buffers in front of the tender though. These long ass couplings still piss me the fuck off. And I probably will get another James just to do it to Donald. Because I want Donald to be nice, not having side rods. I don't like Donald without side rods for some reason. But I do like James. James is looking amazing in this new design. Now to the second best of the bunch, Percy. And don't worry, I am soon going to be getting some others like Nia and Duck. And I'm certainly getting Flying Scotsman, but never will I ever get Gordon. So here is Percy, and oh my god. Okay. Truck, amazing. Just fucking incredible. But Percy, Jesus Christ, he looks so good. Look at this dude from all angles, and you will see an absolute perfection model of Percy. And he also has side rods, but the one complaint I have about this model in particular is just the side rods. With James, it was his appearance in design, I'll admit that. But Percy, it just comes down to the side rods. I will be removing his side rods and replacing them with new ones. As for James, nothing I can do about it, but I still like it, sort of. And yeah, I just love Percy. He looks incredible now. He's just Mattel blew these out of the water. And here's the one who started the whole shebang in the first place. The one who got leaked back in December of last year. Son of a basket-eating wolf. Let's get him out. Fucking hell. Fucking hell. Just damn. He's even got like a golden truck. This is damn it. Like, why didn't Mattel follow through with this immediately? Look at him. He's so fucking good. He is so proportionately accurate to his TV design. It's incredible. I don't know what certain people are on about, but this is incredible. Like, I wouldn't be complaining about this. Look at the side rod design. This is incredible. Side rod design is incredible with Thomas. As well as that, just in general, he looks so much better. I'm even going to say it here. He's better than the Tomy models. He's better than the Playrail models.
Hello everyone, Alex in the editing bay here. So, here's the thing. I kind of took things a little too far by saying that these are better than Playrail. Admittedly, Playrail is better. But design-wise, I don't really see it anymore. Because, let's face it, the newer Trackmasters are more proportionately accurate. But they still have one singular flaw, that being their chassis and wheels. So here's a suggestion, and I think most of us have heard this on both Twitter and YouTube. Just remove the Trackmaster 2 wheels and replace them with the Tomy wheels or early Trackmaster wheels. Okay, with that out of the way, thank you, and continue watching the video.
Overall, these are accurate representations of characters. Well, sort of accurate considering James, but I love them. I love them, and I'm gonna be honest, I don't regret my purchases with these guys. But now that we've looked at the motorized versions, let's look at the versions that I love the most. Rounding off all of the toys are these guys. Oh, man. Okay, you want to know something? We bought them off of Tootley Thomas and had them sent to our guest house, which we were staying at in somewhere in Wales. So here's James. I had unboxed him before we left, and he's an impressive model. I absolutely love this. And I do love the wheels. They look a bit more accurate to train wheels than whatever these things were. I mean, they are kind of like train wheels, but they're just too different to be such. I've ordered 2 more Jameses though. I've ordered one for a friend of mine, and I've ordered one to become my new large-scale Legacy James. So, yeah. I'm hoping to do the same for these 2. But speaking of these 2, let's have a look at Percy. Because, oh man, I'm gonna be honest, he wasn't the first one who got revealed, but hey, what are you gonna do? Also, I forgot to mention about James. He is easy to take apart thanks to the screws at the bottom, and same at the bottom of his tender. Percy is going to be difficult to take apart if I ever want to do the legicification to him. Yes, that's what I'm calling it, a legicification. He has rivets, so there's no way I can take this guy apart, unfortunately. But his face is moving. Ah well. I love the big beady eyes though. Those big beady eyes on Percy just look absolutely incredible. Oh man, I love Percy. I love this design for Percy. Whoever doesn't like this, they better fuck off immediately. Gold whistle and every other aspect of Percy is right here. Although I don't understand what's up with the weird number 6, but it could be from the Railway Series illustrations. Or maybe this style of the number 6 is what could be leading to something. Something in 2026, maybe? You won't know for sure. One complaint about Percy that I have though is that he doesn't have his cylinders. It's a shame really, but I don't mind. I love this Percy for what it is, and it's simply incredible to finally have like an accurate representation of Percy, which looks solely accurate. So we have James, we have Percy. Unfortunately, I cannot find Henry anywhere since he is in the US of A, but it is time. It is time. Let's open this guy up, as I've been waiting to get him since he was first leaked thanks to the Ruby model. Oh man, this feels right. This feels like a definitive Thomas diecast. Right fucking here. None of the other models have lamps. I love that Thomas has a lamp. And I love that it's not part of a talking gimmick anymore. It's got the side rods, that's excellent. Ah, man. And you can even take off his smoke box and experiment with faces. That's the one incredible thing about this Thomas. It's amazing. Although, one thing that the push-along Thomas reminds me of is this. Do you see the parallel here? Because I certainly do. This is the later release of Thomas with a plastic smoke box from the take-along range, and this is the new 2025 Thomas. Rivet and screw. The rivet holding down the body, and the screw holding down the smoke box. Very familiar, isn't it? Very familiar indeed, I'd assume. So that's Thomas. Let's give another comparison here to Percy, because I had brought in one of the oldest take-along Percys in my collection. And would you look at this? It's a similar parallel. You have rivet and rivet on the same damn model. But in all honesty, I am proud to have these models in my collection, even though some of these guys have paint detailings that are missing. Aside from Percy and James, of course. Although there is paint missing here on the bunker, but I don't mind. I love these new die casts, and I really hope to get Henry, Ruby Thomas, and Railway Series Thomas. Not to mention that Thomas with the painter on his side. Hope to get that. And I hope they make more of these. Like, these are the best like die-cast engines we've had in a while. I'd even say this, they're the definitive die-casts in my opinion. Wonder how they fit on take-along track though. This feels like a fucking fever dream. This feels like a dream. Let's see how he looks on Adventures track. Because, well, this is the only accurate diecast exclusive track we've had. Oh, yeah. Oh. It feels so good. I feel like a kid again. I love these things. But with all that being said and done, that is going to do it for my UK haul of 2025. These guys, along with some of the minifigures from this haul, are the true highlight of this UK haul. I hope you have loved this review. If you didn't, fine, that's okay. Go ahead, dislike, unsubscribe. But if you did like this video, comment, subscribe, do whatever needs to be done to please the stupid ass algorithm. And I would also like to thank you guys for 800 subs. It means the world to me. Anyway, with all that being said and done, goodbye, and remember that nostalgia never dies.